Everybody, quick, get to the podcast.
Hello, Nathan.
Hey, Brenton, how you going?
Oh, another week, another episode.
Another week, back in the chains.
Sometimes I see kids today,
Yes.
and it takes me back to my childhood. Because I see these kids with their Nerf guns, with their replica wands from Harry Potter, with their foam swords from Lord of the Rings.
Where are you seeing these children? Are you in like a toy store or something? Like,
Shh, no. What was I saying? Yes, so you see them all with these replica weapons of sorts.
Mm-hmm.
I was never allowed weapons when I was a child. Not
Really?
even toy weapons, not even Nerf guns, not even
Like a little fake plastic pirate sword, like.
You know that the is it the slogan of Nerf? And it's like, it's Nerf or nothing. Well, I had fucking nothing, and it was kind of depressing. But as a child, I really wanted some of these things,
Yeah.
I didn't even have a lightsaber, a toy lightsaber.
Wow.
And I was obsessed with Star Wars.
How did you have other Star Wars toys or like?
Yeah, I had action figures and stuff.
Okay. So did you use those as weapons?
No, okay. Here we go. This is classic movie banter, because I'm about to say, as a child, I was always pretending to be Spider-Man a lot at home.
Oh yeah.
So after seeing, this is a perfect segue after last week's episode talking about Spider-Man 2001.
Yeah.
So I pretended I was Tobey Maguire, and I was on the floor thinking it was a wall, and using my fingers and shit. But
And then you're like, what if Spider-Man had a samurai sword? Like,
oh, I wish, but that was the only option, because at least Spider-Man doesn't require weapons of sorts.
Yeah.
And then they brought out those freaking toys that were like the Spider-Man glove that shot out the fake web.
Yeah.
And I was not allowed one.
Wow. So was this your mum and dad sitting you down going, okay, son, well, what do you want this Christmas? And you're like, a gun. And you're like, no, child, what else would you want?
I mean, you'd go to a toy store, you go to Toys R Us, RIP, and you'd go to the boys section.
You'd point at the biggest gun you can find and you're like, that one.
No, Brenton, no. Yeah, maybe that was it. Maybe they were concerned I had serious violent tendencies and were like, we don't need to encourage this at all.
Did you have pick up sticks in the backyard and whack things with it? Or
Our backyard didn't, I don't know.
They swept the backyard for sticks. They're like,
they probably did, because there wasn't that many big sticks in the backyard.
Wow.
I mean, we lived on this canal.
But see, you tell me stories where your father let you watch all these adult movies as a kid. Well, not adult, but violent movies as a kid, and yet they censored you from getting these toys.
To be honest, I think their biggest concern may have been I have three sisters that I was going to want to be rough and tumble with my lightsaber or something.
But see, I grew up with a sister, and she was more violent than me.
I agree.
She beat me up.
So my younger sister, she had this fairy wand, which she would proceed to.
So she's allowed a wand, but you weren't.
Oh,
that's
awful.
That's sexism, Brenton.
Awful treatment of a young lad trying to make his way in the world, trying to unleash his inner wizard, Jedi, or I don't know.
But did
samurai.
They deliberately say to you there was a spoken rule no weapons?
Yeah, mum just didn't like weapons. She didn't want there to be swords in the house.
Damn.
Yeah.
That really sucks, man.
Dude, I didn't have a wand, a Harry Potter wand.
Yeah.
Until I was
So this is where everyone turns 18, yes, alcohol, yes, booze, gambling,
Brenton
and then you're
buys the biggest gun he can find. It's Nerf or nothing. Guys, you want to come over to my place and have a Nerf war?
Hey man, for an 18th birthday party, I would happily have drunk Nerf war.
Dude, I'm thinking about that now. I'm I've turned the ripe old age of 23.
You did.
Yeah.
You did.
And
it was only last week that you did. So
dude,
you're still fresh.
I'm regretting.
You're still the party, man.
I should have one. I should have a Nerf party.
Do it,
dude.
I've had mates who've thrown birthday parties legitimately half a year after their actual birthday, just because they're so lazy at organising things.
And it's just an excuse to
just have fun. Like,
man.
dude, if you're at a Nerf gun party, I would rock up with the biggest gun like possible. Like, I'd be Arnold Schwarzenegger in Predator. I would just like have every weapon.
You'd have that, that one guy that like has the chain gun.
Yes,
I'd buy because there's Nerf chain guns. This is the other thing.
What's the point of Nerf? Like, is it like, are they trying to raise kids to want to buy guns when they're adults?
I don't know. I'd rather just go play paintball or like laser gun or something.
Yeah.
But I guess is it cheaper? Is there a cheaper option?
I don't know. Here's the thing. So did your parents let you go to paint gun things when you were a kid?
I went to laser skirmish.
Well, what's the difference? I mean, you don't get fired. I mean, you don't get hit with anything, but like you're still aiming a gun and seeing the consequences of it. Like,
I don't think it was that. I actually think Mum just didn't want to buy weapons and have weapons in the house.
Oh.
I just don't. I don't know.
Wow.
I feel like this is going to be,
Next time I see your mum, I'm just gonna have a Nerf gun ready, and just.
What do you think of this, eh?
Stick 'em, boys, and like have like an army of little kids, and they're just like they'll whip out their Nerf guns, like.
Yeah, I don't know. So you were allowed, Nerf guns.
Okay, here's the thing. So like, yes, I mean on paper I was allowed Nerf guns. Did I have any? No, I didn't have any growing up. Like. It's not that mum and dad didn't want to buy me weapons. I just wanted different things. Like, I love weapons. Like, you know what? Whenever I go to friends' houses, I'd always like, because they had lots of weapons.
Same, yeah.
So like, give me a sword. We'd always like sword fight and that kind of stuff. I remember whenever we go on ski holidays, I would get the ski poles, and as I'd be going down the mountain, I wouldn't use them for skiing. I'd just turn them into, like, I'd have them as swords. I'd hold them like a sword, and I'd just whack my sister as we're going down the mountain.
Absolutely brilliant, yeah.
Like, we had, like, amazing, like, sword fights. Like, I'd have, like, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, and she'd be singing along to it.
Yeah.
I'd both be, like Jack Sparrowing it down the slopes, and, like, that was our fight.
Yeah, I'd probably say I'm with you. I can't remember thinking that, like, that was, like, the top of the list for Santa.
Yeah.
Because, Santa exists, guys. The Jolly Man exists. Don't laugh.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna be on the naughty list if you keep looking at me like I'm insane. All right.
Instead of like coal, it's just like
Santa's
a grenade,
real.
Like.
Yeah. Yeah. So it wasn't my priority like that. Like I loved Legos and like like my toys and shit. But
see,
like,
well, Lego's the worst weapon. Like Lego's a genuine weapon.
Well,
like,
yeah. Like
you step on a Lego piece, like you're fucked.
You're fucked for 3 months.
You should have done.
Yeah.
You should just like use them as like little like hand grenades and just like roll them under your parents' feet, like as they're about to stand up for lunch, and just have them deliberately stand on it, and you'd be like, "Give me a gun."
Dude, I swear to God, like Lego was the priority when I was young. I remember that my dad bought my older sister and I this Lego Hogwarts. It was like the first Lego Hogwarts set.
What?
Dude, it was so cool. Like,
see, I never had Lego growing up. Not a single piece.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
holy shit. You missed out, man.
I know. I had guns, but I didn't have Lego. So.
Dude, have you seen, there's pictures, I follow Lego on Instagram.
Of course you do.
Yeah, dude, like, I follow everyone on Instagram, and it's just like, but...
Is this about, are you about to mention the new Hogwarts castle?
The new Hogwarts castle. That's mint.
It looks pretty dope.
That's mint.
Is that the time with the new Fantastic Beasts film? Or is that just like the...
No, it's just Hogwarts, man.
Oh,
it's
okay.
Hogwarts, and it's Harry Potter Hogwarts, and it comes with like this little pedestal of 4 minifigures, and it's the 4 founders of Hogwarts.
Damn.
Dude, look up pictures, dude. Look up everyone, all the listeners. That shit's lit.
So remember, if you're buying Christmas presents
if you
for your
want to
child,
spend $1,000 on a fucking like Lego set, that's the one to go for.
hey, tell you what, there's nothing more dangerous than a child just hurtling a Hogwarts castle towards your head and the spike just going into your eye and causing blindness.
yeah. If there's anything to be concerned about for your child's safety and your safety, it's that. So that's our parenting advice.
It's classic movie banter.
Episode 16.
Back at it. We're in our sweet 16.
Oh,
We're getting ready
welcome.
to prom. We're all dolling up. We're looking good. We're going to be picked up by our front door by a weird alien-looking motherfucker.
Dude, I can't say that we're looking good at 16, but
No. We've got bad acne. We've got like a missing tooth from something.
Dude, do you remember that buzz cut I got when I was 16?
Oh!
I remember I got a number 4 buzz cut. Like all over my head.
How did
number 4 was like too long for like, because I've got quite thick hair.
Oh,
so it was
my
like
goodness.
this little mini fro.
Oh my God, dude, I had to take like 2 years of therapy to block that out. Now you finally resurfaced the memory. Thanks for that, Brenton.
No, it's quite alright.
I completely forgot about that.
Dude,
what
it was
the
awful.
trigger? Like,
I want to be cool.
was it like did you see like a film with like a buzz cut and you're
Dude,
like, that's me?
It was a total impulse. It was total impulse.
Were you sat down at the barber shop and the dude was like,
Dude.
so what'd you want? And then you're like, and you're about to say French, but then you're just like instead of like Diagon Alley, it's like buzz cut.
No, I went in and I was like, I thought it was going to look cool really short.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I went in and I then sat in the chair and the realization hit me that, all of my hair, my luscious hair was going to be gone. So then I said, well, do a number 4. Because then it's like the best of both worlds. It's the same kind of style. But I was worried like too short was going to make me look like bald. I should have gone shorter.
You should have gone shorter.
Like it was a mini fro all over and it stayed there for like a month. And it grew out like all the hair was the same length, so it just kind of grew out. It wasn't a good look. And I had some serious acne as well. It was
So
16.
being at episode 16 is a very traumatic moment for you.
Can we just end it here, please?
Yeah.
I need to go home.
Well, that's another great episode of Classic Early Banter. My Twitter is at CMB Nathan. Like,
see you next week. Thumbs up or thumbs down. But this week we are reviewing something fun.
Yeah.
Very fun.
Dude,
yeah.
I'm loving the streak we've had so far. Like,
Dude, it's been a good time.
It's been a great time.
Because we're taking it back to a real classic, supposedly.
Yeah.
Predator.
Allegedly.
Predator.
It's up against the
starring
wall, yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, released in 1987. Whose turn is it to pitch?
Okay, here's the thing. So, episode 15, it would have been my turn to pitch. Which means...
I say...
Oh, so that means you've done 2 intros in a row, which means we're out of sync.
But that's okay, because, seasonal silliness and seasonal sevens, things just get out of whack and whatnot.
We're still a little bit loopy from the episode. Like.
So if I pitched this week... if I, introed this week...
Yeah.
Brought a topic to converse
You're just
about,
saying this because you want me to pitch it, don't you?
I don't mind.
Oh.
I genuinely
what do you want to do?
don't
Let's
mind.
keep the even numbers to you, and we'll...
I'm more than happy to pitch
Because I'm sure
Predator.
seasonal silliness will end up on an odd number.
So,
yeah.
Predator, released in 1987. There is something strange afoot in a jungle of sorts. And the US government has called in a team of mercenaries led by Arnold, who is American, ?
Yeah. Who's from somewhere, not there.
To deal with a serious issue including hostages that have been taken that are important assets that the CIA needs to get back.
Yeah, of course.
So they send in Apollo Creed with Arnold Schwarzenegger to deal with this situation, but this situation is totally out of control, and it means this top mercenary team are totally out of their depth when the hunters become the hunted. Bum, bum, bum.
Also, there's a thing called the Predator in it. Which is not really a spoiler, it's the title of the movie.
I was alluding to... I should have said when the hunters become the hunted.
Where the predators become the prey.
That's better. Yeah. You should have pitched it. But hey, at least that was a team effort.
That was a team effort. I like that one. Yeah, and that's how we redeem it. It's basically a COD mission on film, essentially.
Yeah.
With an alien.
Dude, let's get into this.
All right.
Let's
Predator the movie.
Let's get going.
All right.
What did you think of Predator?
I fucking love this movie.
You fucking love it?
Not a single shred of criticism. I love this film so much. It's so good.
Yeah, cool.
It's so funny because I had never seen the Predator. I've heard about the Predator over the years. I know he fights an alien at one point.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I remember like growing up not loving the creature design. I'm like, I found the alien design way more interesting.
Yeah, see, I'm the opposite. I've never seen any of the Predator films either. Or the Alien versus Predator films, to be fair.
Yeah.
But I've seen like the design of this thing, especially without its helmet.
You love its
and whatnot.
brains? Like-
Dude, I'm into it.
Yeah.
I'm into that. Those mandibles or whatever they are. Like, yeah. Oh, spoiler alert! Sorry.
Yeah. We'll get to that. But that's the thing. Like, I never had interest in this movie, and then obviously Predator is out this week. There's a new one directed by Shane Black.
Is it The Predator? I'm pretty sure it's called.
I think it's like which is the original way of naming the film. But I don't know. I have no idea what it's about. I don't know if it's set in the same continuity, if it's a sequel or whatever.
Yeah.
But we thought, new Predator movie this week. What better time to go back to
and
the
of course,
original.
and something starring the great Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. Have we done an Arnie film yet? I don't think we have.
No, mate.
No. There we go. Arnie back in action. So
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
He's the man. Yeah.
It's such a good film. I know. What do you think?
See,
Difference of opinion.
No, I agree with you. I can see why people would love this film. I can see why it probably garnered like this following of people, loving it. I love the cheese. I love the 80s fucking like the jacked up guys going into a jungle. Like it's just and the one-liners and
there's so many.
Everything, I'm trying to wrestle with this myself. I still had moments where like I was ready for this movie to kind of be over. Maybe it just overstayed its welcome a bit, but I kind of got the point, and I was...
See, I thought the pacing was really good. I was like...
Because
you don't...
I disagree,
This is not a spoiler, but like that you don't see the Predator for a while. And I thought the tension build-up for that was fantastic, and like they use him sparingly. It's like have you seen the original Alien?
Yes.
Yeah. What do you think of the similarities between that and this? Like they feel
I think the original Alien, like in comparison.
Yeah.
Oh, the original Alien is a masterpiece. Like it's a masterpiece, and compared to
I definitely think it's better than this. But
compared to this is like a C grade Alien.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I love it because of that.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
And the movie knows what it is.
Yeah.
Like the movie's very well aware of what it is, and like
for sure.
Because did Shane Black write this? Or was it written by someone random?
I'm not sure.
I can't remember.
Would you like me to do a classic movie banter looking up the information to tell people on this podcast?
We call this segment sponsored by Google.
We're going to look it up. You keep talking.
I'll keep talking while you look it up. Like, I don't know, I thought the movie's soundtrack was phenomenal. I like the drums, like the bongo drums that you hear in the background. I thought like the cast was fantastic. Like Apollo Creed was great. Like Arnie.
The actor's name is Carl Weathers, by the way.
It's Apollo Creed.
He's Apollo Creed, but I also should I say this now? I also looked up his filmography because I agree. I think he's a great actor.
Yeah.
Which I think this is the first actor that's been in 2 films that we've reviewed.
Maybe.
Or multiple films. So this is the 3rd film that Carl Weathers has been
if you don't count Rocky 2, but like...
Yeah. Let's count them both. This is number 3.
Okay.
So,
crikey. He's like the recurring...
Yeah, he's a recurring
What else
favorite.
is in his filmography that we can do?
Dude, so this is a film suggestion that I want to do soon.
Okay.
I want to do an Adam Sandler movie.
That's not Click?
Dude, Happy Gilmore.
Oh, I seen Happy Gilmore.
He is the mentor to Happy Gilmore.
Oh, what?
He's
people
what's his
talk
name?
fondly of Happy Gilmore.
Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
He plays...
I know quite literally nothing about it.
The character's name is oh god, what's it called? What's his name?
Like his
I wrote it
character
down.
in this.
Chubbs Peterson.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I love
So,
it. Oh, and he's like Duke. Like they got like the most like action figure kind of names. By the way, so this film's rated R, right? Even though it is like because they say motherfucker and all that kind of stuff.
by the way, just letting you know, written by brothers Jim and John Thomas.
Oh, okay, so it wasn't Shane Black. There you go. But like, despite this is an R-rated film, I feel like this is like the movie like a 12-year-old boy would love.
I agree. Yeah,
like this is for a 12-year-old boy
for sure. I could see myself watching this when I was young. Yeah,
and if I watched it when I was 13, I would have fallen in love with it. This would be the coolest film in the world.
Same.
It's like when like a 12-year-old boy watches like Deadpool or something like that. It's just like a film like engineered towards like that level of just I would have bought all the action figures. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. And I would have had a Predator action figure for sure.
Oh, easy, like
dude. Yes. It's actually so I was playing the game Mortal Kombat.
Yes.
And the most recent Mortal Kombat actually has, like, as like DLC, they have like the Predator character.
Really?
Along with the Alien character as well.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Dude, it's so cool. Like, I use the Predator all the time.
So what does the Predator do? Does it just like...
Dude, it's got all the ability. It's got like the... it's got like... So there's 3 different movesets. Yeah, it's got like a shoulder cannon. We won't say what they are because like, it'll be a spoiler, but like... Yeah, okay. Yeah. So it's got all of his abilities in the film, and like, if you pick... Depending on like the version of him you pick in the game, like, it's fucking cool. But what I was going to bring it back to was actually the soundtrack, because I actually disagree.
Whoa!
I don't...
Okay.
My issue is actually those moments where it's trying to build tension that I think it fails miraculously. To me, it's still entertaining to a certain degree, but as the film, that was the thing that was wearing thin for me.
Yeah, go on.
Was those moments of tension, and I feel like the soundtrack isn't all that great. It's like an attempt at like... It's almost like watching a composer that's tried to like emulate maybe like a Spielberg's with like, you know, obviously John Williams.
Yeah,
or, you know what I mean?
Definitely. Like, like the opening shot of this film is so Star Wars, isn't it?
Yeah, yes.
Like very Star
Wars.
Blatantly Star Wars.
And So yeah, I disagree with that, but the moments of fun, like, because this is a fun, dumb movie, and those moments of fun are just so thrilling, and this, you know, if we're talking about a film to put on a Thursday night, I'd say that this is pretty good to watch with a bunch of mates and have a laugh. And
what's more fun, this or Blade?
Blade, for sure. Blade for sure. I loved Blade way more than I loved this.
I love this more than Blade.
Wow, yeah, okay.
And you know me, I fucking love Blade.
Yeah,
I watch that film any day. But I think this film's got the best rewatchability out of everything we've done.
Really?
Yeah, I know. I'm really jumping on the bandwagon.
Yeah,
here.
no, like, yeah, I like it. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like it was very slow at points. Like I was finding it genuinely. I was going, like I'm still watching this.
Yeah.
At points, yeah.
Which
is a shame because I do agree. I think it's fun, but I don't know if I could actually suggest it to even watch on a Thursday night with mates. Even though I said like, yeah, it's that kind of movie.
Should we just rate it now?
But like you, I'd rather say, dude, Blade. Like I'd say put Blade on over this. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Out of things we've watched. So let's rate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Let's rate it because
I know because like everything I want to talk about this film is pretty much in spoilers. Like
and I feel like this film is pretty self-explanatory.
It's also a very simple plot. Like,
yes, yeah.
Like men in forest, they're getting hunted down. That's the movie. Like there's no like themes. There's no subplot. There's no
there's nothing.
drama.
Yeah, there's no real characters really. It's
there are no characters. In this film.
Yeah.
Like, perfectly honest. Like I know this film like it hasn't got all that, and if you want that, then don't go into this film.
And the effects haven't. Just in terms of technically talking about the film, the effects have not.
I think.
The
practical effects are good.
The practical effects are good, but when we start looking at, say, the creature that's in this movie, and as well as the creature's vision and things like that.
What do you reckon the explosion budget for this film was?
Oh, dude, that's my favorite thing. Like, in terms of practical effects, that was great.
If you want explosions, also great costume, like great costume.
Oh yeah,
today that thing would be all CGI, but obviously back then it wasn't.
And great costuming in general, like for everyone. Yeah. Like, dude, everyone looked great. Everyone looked badass. Like, it was
really
fun.
Did. Yeah.
So that being said,
rating it,
I will, I'll stick with it. I'll give this a thumbs down, but it's
good on you.
It's a difficult one to give a thumbs down to because there are the moments that are fun in this film. My thumbs are way up for, but overall, I'd give it a thumbs down. Yeah,
there you go. All right,
but I'm interested to see this franchise and watch the other films as well.
Do you want to watch the Predators?
Dude, I want to know from the fan base, and listeners, feel free to tweet us. I want to know what is like considered the greatest Predator film.
Yeah,
because
let us know.
I'd be interested if this was it because I hope that there's something better than this.
Yeah, because
I like the idea, but I want there's something to like knock it out of the park.
Do you reckon that the sequel Aliens? Have you seen the sequel to Aliens?
Yeah, dude.
Do you reckon the sequel Aliens like they give a full backstory as to the Predators? They make lots more Predators. Like now there's 2, or like Sigourney Weaver rocks up with a robot suit.
I'm pretty sure I know what the sequel. Do you want to know what the premise is for the sequel?
Yeah, go.
Because I remember
Well, it's kind of spoiler, so we'll talk about it in spoiler territory because it builds on top of the first one.
Fair enough. So how would you rate this film?
Oh, thumbs up. Like,
dude,
such a this is so good for a Thursday night. I don't know what Brenton's on, but like are you kidding me? Like absolutely. This is a film. That you probably get a bunch of like blokes around for, and you all get drunk off some beers, and you watch it, and you go like, oh, because it's like there's good blood effects, and there's like good, like everything. I don't know. It's a very blokey film, that kind of stuff. Obviously, women can love this film too, obviously, but like, you can tell who the audience is. Like, it's just like,
yes,
I think it's aged well. There's nothing that glaringly obvious that stood out like compared to like other films we reviewed. So no, I'd say if you want a fun watch. Fuck, it's so good. Yeah, the Alien films are better. If you want to watch a dumb action film, is Predator the one that you should watch? I think there's more better dumb action films
Rambo,
out there.
I
haven't seen Rambo, but like...
I'd say Rambo, again, I really enjoyed Blade as well.
Like, watch Blade over this.
Things, no, you stick with what you said, because like...
Yeah.
I get why people would like this. Again, I preface everything I said.
I feel like there's more to Blade. I think... I don't know why I love this film so much. It's great. It's just a great film. I don't know. It's fun.
Yeah, no, dude. You're like I said. Like I can really understand why people would love this, and I'm glad you loved it because like there's things in it that are just so cool and fun.
Man.
Yeah,
but yeah.
So let's
spoil it.
Let's get into it, dude.
Dude, you can start. Like,
okay. I have a few. I have a few like little lines and stuff to say that were just like.
I've got some lines too.
All right, so let's start off with my favorite moment in the film.
Yeah.
Was when my actually genuinely my favorite like action scene was the first one. When they go in and they do that ambush on that like
on the like the bad guys like
on the bad guys at the start. So they go
by the way,
in.
I was really surprised that there were bad guys because I thought this film was just them going to be in a forest being attacked by an alien, but there was like actual bad guys in this film.
Yeah, and
I was surprised at that.
That was like my favorite action scene because the explosions were just fucking nuts. Like it was crazy. There's guys
when
flying
Arnie notices the car. Like,
dude, the best moment in this is when Arnie throws his huge like machete knife into the guy into the pole.
Oh, and he says the best line in the world.
The best line in the world, which is he said, "Stick around." Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. And then it's followed up by another one when he walks into the hut, and the two guys that don't realize, even though there's been all this gunfire and whatnot, that there's people outside, and they go, oh, and they after he's burst open the door and he goes, knock knock,
and he just mows them down like,
dude. Solid.
It's so good. Like, I don't know. I love this film because it's also like, I thought it was, because it could be set anywhere, because it's just like a military man going to a jungle. Later on they say it's Cambodia, but but there's like, oh, we're near the border, and you assume it's like Vietnam or something like that, because that's why they're there, and you've got the Vietnamese choppers and all that kind of stuff. But no, I was just like, I love the ambiguity of it. I love, the one-liners are amazing. I love the guy who keeps making pussy jokes throughout the film.
Oh, it's
like it's so creepy. Like, he's such a creepy guy.
Or the cowboy guy. That's I wrote down I don't know if this is quite it, but I just wrote down the quote quite quickly, and it was it's when he's chewing tobacco before they drop in.
Yeah.
Or I think it's tobacco, and no one was like,
and he spits on the shoes.
Yeah, and he's like, this stuff will make you a sexual tyrannosaurus or something like that. And
I wrote that line down.
And it's just like, what the fuck? And it's just great.
It's so good. There's so many, and I love that the pussy guy's the first one to go as well. Like, he's like, and like, finally, like, one guy laughs at his joke, and he's like so giddy about it, and the next minute he's just slaughtered by the predator, and he's just like, oh, it's so good.
Dude, like, everyone, like, basically dies in this film.
Everyone dies, except for Arnie, but like...
Arnie and... I think the character's name was Anna.
Anna, the local chick who's just like whose accent changes every scene. Like,
and who's she can speak English.
Yeah,
and
very well.
Languages very well.
She's thankfully not made the love interest, like, because there'd be a weird like Survivors kind of thing.
Oh,
but,
it's
like,
just
and like. Oh,
why is she in this movie? I don't still
know.
Don't know.
Maybe they're like, we need the girl or something like that.
Yeah,
like that 80s mentality thinking. You know what I mean?
But like, why is anyone really in this? Everyone is in this movie to be killed.
Yeah, but they all have their own little traits, like like the military guy, like Apollo Creed and that kind of stuff.
Dude, I still love Apollo Creed. Like,
he's so good.
He's so good.
He's like got his own agenda and everything, and he's like, like, the chopper's not coming, and then he's like, the chopper, we gotta get to the chopper, and he's like. Fuck you and your chopper. Like, I got a beef, and then he's like, get in line. I've got beef with him. Like, you know what I mean?
It's like, why?
It's like, it's just, he's
just leave. Why?
Yeah, just leave. Like, literally just leave. Like, and he's like, you lied and that kind of stuff. Like, I imagine they have like a whole history and that kind of stuff.
Oh, it's.
By the way, every man in this movie is like unnaturally jacked. Like,
it's crazy.
It's such a homoerotic film.
You know, they go in with like their their shirts on, like they've got their sleeves on and stuff. And by the halfway point, they've like ripped those sleeves off and they're just like bicep curling everything.
They really are. Like, they all rip off the shirts, and like, especially when Arnie's like doing some face painting and he's like, doing all the mud stuff. He like rips off all his clothes and he's like, ooh, like, it's just all the biceps are popping in this film. But speaking of face painting, I love that scene where he's about to go into the final fight, and there's like a really like 1 minute shot of just him face painting,
just like with his fingers, and he's just like,
and he's like giving the most like weird facial expression. He's
Dude,
like,
Arnie's facial expression's so weird when he has his mouth kind of like half open, like in like this kind of aghast expression, and it's like I think he's got that gap in his teeth as well.
Yeah,
and he just looks hilarious. Like it's so funny.
He's so funny, and you just can't take him seriously. Like,
and his final shot in this film is when he's finally on the chopper.
Yeah,
and it's like it goes to this weird shot of him that's like kind of from like a lower angle looking up at his chin, and it's just this weird zoom in like on the helicopter, and he's kind of half asleep and he's pulling this ugliest expression ever, and like the music's all epic and it's just zooming in and it's the ugliest shot of Arnold Schwarzenegger, but it's so funny, like it's so good.
Like, yeah, like Arnie's great in this film. Like, there's no denying Arnie's great.
Oh,
like,
dude,
he's doing his best.
Oscar-worthy performance. I
Like-
mean, it's what's so funny about him and all these and all of his filmography
All of his,
really
yeah.
is that he's this guy that's clearly not American, but he's like part of these American commando teams.
Yeah.
And he's still like
I mean, he is American. He was the governor of California.
But, that's what I mean. But he's still like the epitome of like an American like ideal, I guess.
Yeah.
And is like
of immigrant coming to the nation, like, you know, rising up through the ranks, all that kind of stuff.
But it's this strange thing, and you know, and you just kind of root for the guy.
You do,
but
don't
I
you?
have to say, in this film, I didn't really give a shit about anyone, to be honest. Like,
Oh
I
no,
just
you
kinda
don't care
know-
if anyone dies in this film.
Even
like,
Arnie, like, I was just kind of like, oh yeah, whatevs.
I don't know, yeah, because I thought it could go either way. Like, they easily could have killed him off at the end.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I was very surprised he survived. I don't know. I would have been. I don't know. I was pretty upset when Bubba Gump got killed. Like,
Really?
yeah. I was just like, I don't know, because like he was like sitting and looking at the moon when his friend died, and he's like, oh yeah, you forget these are like best mates, and he's like, oh my man, he's just gone.
yeah.
But then like Veronica is like taking off the gun pack, and he's like, he gets to the top of the hill and he like starts taking off all his clothes, and he's just like, I'm coming to get you, and you're like, you fucking idiot, like you're gonna get murdered immediately.
But it's like, yeah, you only know that they were friends because the film just like jams it down your throat. I was like, can we just like really like, why is he like so messed up that he can't one follow orders in a situation like this, and two, he's just like lost his marbles, like he loses his mind.
Oh,
in this,
yeah.
like it's just
It suddenly just like segues into Apocalypse Now, like suddenly. Like,
yeah. Look, it was.
It's like, see, if this one was made in 2018, suddenly we'd be getting a prequel story about him, you know, like.
In the Predator franchise, yeah.
Yeah, that's because that's how Hollywood works these days. Like,
Oh god, yeah.
I know. I thought like this film like had great tension when it came to the Predator, like because you know like half an hour passes, they do the mission, they succeed in the mission, and there's still no fucking like no mention of the Predator. Not even you don't see him, and then finally like 40 minutes in, the heat vision kicks in, and you're like, because I didn't know anything about his powers, and I'm like, oh okay, so he can get heat and that kind of stuff, and then you like see like his weird blue gun shit, and you're like, oh, because like you don't actually see him until maybe like an hour in because he's all invisible.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that effect, you know, it's a mixed bag.
It's pretty
isn't it?
awful.
It's pretty
Yeah.
bad. Yeah. But
Yeah.
bless him, like for 1987, like because you know,
Dude, I have to say, when the Predator, like, for some reason, like, he's killed Billy. I think his name's Billy, the tracker guy. He kills him. And
which
then,
was a
like,
great scene because he's like, you know, taking off, he's like knifing his chest, and he's like,
yeah.
"Ugh."
And then he kind of like, but the Predator then chases like Arnie, and it's the get to the chopper thing. And then for some reason, like, he saved Billy's body at this point, and then he does the whole like he rips the skull and the spine out, and you know,
yeah,
and like
It's
that was
just
pretty
so
iconic.
awesome,
And you're
but
just
so
like,
gross.
oh, you're just like, holy shit, like yeah, this thing means business, and it's, you know, it's like a cool moment. But it's kind of like in the back of my mind, I'm going, why did he save Billy's body for that long? You know, like these are like little things, and it's like, why is that guy such best friends, and why wasn't that established before? And like I know that's nitpicking, and it's like, and to be honest, like it wasn't at the forefront of my mind. I was still like having fun and enjoying myself, but it kind of adds up, and then the more I'm thinking about that, I don't know.
I
feel
kind of like the
pacing.
ritual that like the Predator went through, like with that scene where it reveals the 3 like skinned bodies at the
Oh,
start.
dude, yeah.
Fuck, I jumped. Like I was, and the crows
And
like
I think
parts.
it's vultures and crows, just going at
and
it.
you're like, oh, and they're like, shit, they're like, the Cambodians definitely don't do this anymore. Like, it was like, oh.
Dude, yeah. It was like, this thing means business, yeah.
Yeah.
And then they go do that mission. Yeah.
And they do it. Like, I was so surprised this was in the movie. I generally thought it'd just be like the Predator just like picking them off one by one from the get-go. And they're just like some blokes coming back from like a mission in Vietnam, the neckmen, like.
Yeah.
And I love that it's never explained like why it's there, where it comes from.
It just it respects your time, and it just goes,
it's just like,
let's jump
there's
in.
an alien who kills humans, deal with it. And you're just like, okay, got it. And like, obviously,
Big guns, both muscular and, you know, literal guns, and
yeah,
like,
I thought at the end it was doing sequel bait when it like opened up its little sky, it's like arm pad thing, and it was like
oh, it was like
onto
gonna
it.
call,
Yeah,
like,
I thought it was gonna call its friends.
Yeah.
Did you
I
think
did
that?
for a moment too, and then it was like it kept beeping and like kind of ticking down. I was like,
no, it's a
oh, self destruct.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, is this gonna be for the sequel?
By the way, like, I give mad props to the, you know, the team on this one, how they kind of like give the Predator like a character, in the sense that it's like, he is a hunter. He is there. It's like, you know, we don't know the context of why he's there.
we get good exposition from the other characters. They're like, we don't have guns, therefore he doesn't hunt people who are unarmed.
Yeah.
It's like, thanks screenwriters.
It's also just like he's there for the hunt. He wants to hunt.
Yeah.
He wants the, you know.
and the arrogance is why he loses, because at the end, like, he has Arnie.
But I don't know if it's arrogance. I feel like maybe it's just a cultural thing of like, it's just like,
This is the last one, so he
I
like,
want
gives it a
to, you know,
chance.
respect you. Like, and he like has like by far done the most damage to him. So it's like man to man. Let's like, you know, let's fisticuff
fist fight,
it. Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like it's also maybe. But I feel like that was the first time it's had a punch. Like it felt like it was learning from being punched. Like it seemed very surprised. Like, oh, this is what it feels like to be punched. And like,
dude, and he just swipes it on Arnie. He's just like destroying him. That was a cool scene.
That was a very cool scene. I love it when he takes off the mask finally, and you just see how fucking ugly.
And then he just
is.
like does that scream and like that roar to the sky. It was that was. Awesome.
I found it weird. It had human eyes. Like you clearly see the human eyes.
Yeah, dude. Like a guy played him. Like
and I'm like, is this thing human? Because like it looks like there was like a mask.
But it's cool. Like it's unsettling, and it's like it adds humanity to that character. What a smart costume design decision. Yeah.
Although one thing I found fucking ridiculous about it was when it was about to blow up.
Oh my god, the laugh.
And it starts laughing.
It does literally the Thriller, the Michael Jackson Thriller laugh. Yeah. It's a thriller.
It's just like the other predators just come in. It's like Michael Jackson running through the forest.
To fuck up on a Schwarzenegger thriller, a thriller night. Yeah.
That'd be great. It's only Michael Jackson rocked up and like Arnie's running through the forest.
Ow! Oh, get to the chopper!
No, we gotta dance! It's just, he's like the girlfriend there from the music video is just there.
Yes, that's why she's actually there. Yeah, and there's like, does the whole like graveyard bit where it's like, I can't even remember that song. Like,
1,000 midnight. And
and then they just start doing the dance and the Predator's leading it. And it's just like, oh and then my God.
Arnold's just like standing there watching them dance. He's like,
and then he joins in for like the last chorus.
And like a whole music video at the end, like,
dude.
Yeah, dude. I found that laugh was ridiculous.
That was ridiculous.
I don't know who approved it, but like,
dude, I tell you what else was ridiculously funny and like just hilarious. This line, Jesus, you killed a pig.
Oh yeah, you don't see it, and you're like, obviously it's not the Predator. Like,
but dude, that line just made me crack up. You killed a pig.
You killed a pig, dude. I laughed at so many lines.
Dad, you killed a pig.
Dad, you just killed it. Just stop it. We're in a jungle. Stop it. But like, dude, when the guy was like bleeding, and he's like, I ain't got time to bleed, and then like the guy behind him was like, he gives the most awkward pause. He's like, okay. And he literally says it like that. And the guy's like, yeah.
Dude, I gotta say, like, as much, I know I gave this a thumbs down, like, but when this film's fun, it's so fun. And I gotta say,
so
like,
great.
We talk about, like, films that you wanted to be on the set on. I can just imagine that this set would have been so much fun to be on.
Could you imagine?
You're in the jungle, like,
everyone's just bulked up,
It's just be fun, like, just so much fun.
There's all the high fives in this film, like they're all high five, like all like grabbing each other and that kind of stuff. Like it's very homoerotic.
And they're all like gravelly talking, like
like we're gonna take down the alien. It's like like there's so many. There's like what was it? Oh yeah, it ain't no man. I love that line. Like, it's so cheesy.
Yeah, it's cheesy and it's like 80s and it's cool. It's fun. It's really cool.
And and it's not completely dumb. Like I love when the scorpion is on the guy and he stabs the scorpion. And I'm like, because like the creature scorpion, like you're like, I love the foreshadowing. And I'm like, I don't know. Also loved the shot of the blood going up the tree. You know how like when you the predators hung the body in the tree and like there's like 30 seconds of you going up this tree where you see the blood show and then finally
because like Arnie does like the slow turnaround of like what's there and he's like oh nothing and he keeps walking and that slow pan up the tree. I feel like for me I was like I really wanted this to just get to the dumb fun moments of like the action and the suspense and the stuff in between was just I just wanted to get through it. As bad as that sounds.
But the action's so good.
Yeah, like, I agree that the action's good, but it's the in-between that it's just killer for me.
It's all just, I don't know. I thought it was good tension building, because those moments are so sparse where there is action, like it's earned. So I thought like, yeah, fuck it, let's just hear them talk and that kind of stuff.
I don't know.
And like all the in-between scenes are them being like, what is it? And like, I don't know. And like, let's find out. It's like that conversation times 10. Like, yeah. But the action's great. Like, what about the scene where Apollo's like shooting at the alien and his arm gets chopped off and it's still shooting.
Yeah, dude.
The limped arm is still firing.
Great. I was kind of like, that's really awesome, but I was kind of still upset that we didn't get to see Apollo die. But maybe he didn't die.
Ooh. He comes back like without an arm, like... He has what Sam Jackson should have had in Jurassic Park. Like
yes, yeah.
Man, they love doing that. But I
So,
also
yeah.
think there's like a big lapse in logic as well, where it's like it doesn't kill you unarmed. I'm like,
Yeah.
like then why don't you all drop your guns?
That's right, yeah.
Well, as soon as he said that, I'm like, just drop all your weapons. You have the hostage. There's like 8 of you, so you can still hold the hostage. Just walk away. Just like you're not gonna beat it. You're all gonna die. It's like just walk away.
For sure, dude.
Come back with like a nuke and then just blow up the forest.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
And did you also, like, when the chick was telling the story about like the monster and that kind of stuff, did that mean like the locals knew about the predator? Like, is that what that was supposed to be? Or
I'm not sure. I feel like don't look into this film too much.
I thought it
Don't
was
ask
no
this
good.
too many questions of this film. But because they're not going to have answers. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And then final thing I want to talk about.
Yeah, go for it,
before
dude.
we wrap up the spoiler stuff is the credits.
Oh my god, yes. The credits are the best thing ever.
They're so
Holy
good.
crap. It's like you're watching an episode of MacGyver or like Texas, what's that show called with Chuck Norris? Walker, Texas Ranger. Like, it's like one of those old
all
shows.
the characters just like smiling and waving at the camera,
And
giving a
winking
cheeky
at the
wink.
camera. Like, oh
So
my
stupid.
god. Dude, I was like, after Arnie came up, I was like, please do one for the Predator. Please do one. And he
then
gives
and then he gives that freeze frame is the rest of the credits.
Oh, like, it's such a shame we don't get the Predator, like, winking at the camera, though.
would
Like,
love
I was like, please do it.
like takes off the mask and gives like a little wink, and you're
Yeah,
like,
he does the look to the camera, like, oh, I didn't see you there, and just gives the little wink.
it's like a Brady Bunch thing. It's like and they all come together. There's suddenly a couch in the middle of the jungle, and they all fight to sit on it. Like
yeah, and they've all got their fucking huge guns, and they're just like,
And then the freezes on them all looking like chirpy, and then the credits all over that.
dude, yes,
Fuck, I'd love
dude,
that.
it was, but like as is, it's hilarious and it's
so
awesome.
good. Like, and how what a great full circle that like Shane Black, who was one of the characters in this, is now directing like the Predator movie.
Crazy.
Like it's great. Like good on him. But Arnie's not on the new one, so maybe something happens to Arnie in the sequels. Who knows?
Maybe. Is Arnie in the sequels?
I have no clue, man. I've
Dude,
generally no clue.
I've got no clue either.
Yeah.
We'll find out, I guess, in due episodes
Ooh.
of classic movie banter.
But hey, let's look at this film's poster.
Let's look.
Poster time. Okay, so the poster for Predator. Let me just show you this beautiful work of art, Brenton. It's Arnold Schwarzenegger with a big target on his face. And in the heat vision, the heat vision's in the background, and it says Schwarzenegger on the top. And then it says Predator with the logline, soon the hunt will begin.
I'm not a fan. I'm really not a fan.
I like that it doesn't show the Predator.
For me, it's like I think it needs to show the Predator, or like
it's such a good reveal though. If you don't know what it looks like,
this is okay. Here's my idea for the poster.
Okay,
you have like Arnie in the background,
yeah,
and he's clearly the target of something,
mm-hmm.
and he's like in this greenery in this jungle, and then this hand is like kind of in the foreground coming down, and it's the Predator's like it's a wrist gauntlet claw thing, and it's just like that's just like down, and then like in the background's just Arnie. Kind of like,
I like that.
Yeah.
Dude, good idea for this film's poster.
I feel like this is a bit too vague, and it's just, I feel like for the time, you needed to sell Schwarzenegger, because Schwarzenegger is clearly the selling point of this film.
Maybe it should just be like all the arms of all the main characters. You can see the comparative muscles. Like they're almost like a little circle. And it's like
everyone's just flexing.
And then there's the Predator's arm in the middle, and it's flexing too. And it's just...
Oh, dude. Great poster talk.
There you go. That's what these posters should have been. I want there to be variants now with that specific design.
It's not bad. It's just...
It's pretty generic, isn't it?
Yeah, that's my thing. Like,
there could be a Terminator poster for all we know. Like,
and really, the Predator is the star of this film.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, by a long shot. You get excited every time it comes on. Like,
yeah.
Like the Alien's the star of Alien, like the same thing. But yeah, so no, that's the film's poster.
That's all right, yeah.
But, and obviously, the title, The Predator.
Title talk. The Predator, good title.
Yeah, that's simple, to the point. That's all you need. Like, what else would you call it? Like fun in the jungle, or like
don't get caught by the dreads.
When dreads attack. Why does it have dreads? I don't know.
I don't know, because it's awesome.
It is pretty awesome.
It's
They
cool.
serve no function. They're not like a secret weapon or anything.
That shoulder-mounted cannon, man. Holy shit.
Oh, that's so cool. And it's like a practical effect as well.
Dude, it's great. It's so great. Yeah.
It's so awesome.
So cool.
Yeah. But I wouldn't have called anything else. But the titles for the future films I think are stupid. Like they're like Predators, and then like Alien versus Predator. Like what else would you call it? Like what's next? Predator Requiem or something like that. Like
I don't know. I think one of them's called Predators, and it's got Adrian Brody and his nose in it.
I love it. It's called like maybe like Beware of the Predator or something like that. Like I don't know. You know what? The title's good. It does its job.
It does the job.
Yeah. So good on your title talk.
So, Nathan.
Yes. Let's pass it to the people, Brent.
Pass it to the people.
The people on Rotten Tomatoes, they've given it 80%.
Yeah, sure.
Which is pretty good.
Sure, yeah.
So yeah, obviously Nathan will give it 100% if he could, because this film's flawless. But yeah, so here's some opinions about the film Predator. So if you don't trust us, here's some other people. So Josh Larson, he gave it a thumbs down. He gave it 1.5.
Ooh. Josh, what's wrong?
A star and a half. And he said, the level of beefery reaches hilarious proportions.
Yeah, totally, dude.
Yeah.
But that's not... I'd see.
That's
for
the
me,
point,
For me, it's
Josh.
3 stars. Like 3 stars at least.
I don't know.
1.5 is a bit
Imagine
harsh.
if these are like highly trained... Well, they are highly trained killers, but like really methodical. Like they didn't make crack jokes. Like, this wouldn't be the same film. Like,
yeah, I know. Like, yeah.
So that's Josh. James, he gave it 7 out of 10. He gave it a high score. And he said, predictability ultimately hurts it, while the creature itself and the battles and special effects save the day. Is it predictable?
Yeah, for me it was. Yeah.
I mean, obviously they're going to win, but like...
Yeah, for me, I was just like, yeah, come on.
I thought the deaths weren't predictable. I love the way it killed. Because he whips out a new weapon every time. Like,
yeah, true.
Yeah.
True, yeah.
I didn't know the guy's head was going to be blown off at one point. I thought that was cool. Like...
Oh, dude, that was crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, that was fucking insane.
Dude, when he got that... The cowboy guy got killed, and it's like he's like... There was like a hole the size of like a basketball through his chest. Yeah.
And he's just like, fuck.
Yeah. And then he steals his body.
Yeah.
Like from out... Yeah.
I wonder what he does with the skulls. Because he has a little like skull collection at one point.
He had a little bag. He has like a man pouch, but it's filled with skulls.
I bet he was allowed skulls as a kid. Like he was allowed weapons, you know? Like when he was a kid, he had good Christmases. Yeah.
Clearly, yeah.
Maybe that's why your mum didn't let you.
Yeah, she watched Predator and was like, nah,
not for this guy. Peter, he gave it 3 stars. He said, a dumber version of the Alien franchise, but this initial picture works anyway, as an atmospheric exercise in pure primal action with a science fiction-y twist.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I just think that where it fails is kind of that tension building, you know, but it's calling it like basically a B grade Alien. It's true.
You'd easily watch Alien over this.
Yeah, exactly. But it works for this because it's fun still. But when it takes itself a bit seriously and tries to really raise that tension, I don't feel it personally. Yeah,
it's when it fails. It's when it fails, Blenton. What else? Matty G. Matty G, what's up, man? Hey, Matty G. He gave it a 3 stars.
Oh, yeah.
And he said, Predator is louder and dumber than I remembered it being. And I remembered it being loud and dumb. Still, the creature design is great and the action plotting is tensely contained and violently simple enough to place it among the better macho 80s actioners.
Yeah, good review.
Yeah.
Good review.
Very good. Yeah.
Good
definitely loud.
Matty G,
definitely
was
dumb.
that? Matty G.
Matty
Good
G.
review.
He's got a great profile pic. I think it's anime or something like that. Oh no, bless it. It's a hand-drawn thing that he's done with a wife and kids. So
Matty G.
God, he's an artiste.
What a guy. Matty G.
Oh, could you imagine Predator the musical?
Predator. Fuck yeah.
That's where this franchise needs to go. Like, just it's like, oh, he spits acid, but I'll spit love. And they just start dancing. He's like, he's hunting below, but he came from above.
And it's like the Predator's like solo. So,
I want your skull. So there's like a heavy metal section. It's like, I will kill everyone in this forest.
And then he has like a ballad where he's like, I just want to hunt. I want
and he's doing it like the scene from Hamlet where he's like holding the skull. Like,
yeah, dude. Yeah.
Like Yorick's skull. And
alas, poor Yorick. I knew him well. It's like, yeah.
I killed him with my own blade.
Nice, yeah.
That's when they happen. Predator the musical, please. Actually, any 80s action movie, the musical.
The musical, yeah.
You want to win Tonys, that's how you do it.
Dude, you know, Green Day did the Spider-Man, the musical. So, you know, anything can happen.
Were they also in the Simpsons movie, or was that someone else?
Oh, sorry, it wasn't. It was Bono. No. Bono did Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, Bono did Spider-Man musical. Bless you, Bono. Yeah. Like, wasn't it Green Day who like opened up the Simpsons movie with like da 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 and the little float sinks? Like, yeah. There you go. What else are the people saying?
Dude, if you ever want to laugh, listeners, listen to the Green Goblin song from... He comes up again. The fucking Green Goblin comes in again. But listen to his song from Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark, the musical. No, from the musical. Because Goblin's the bad guy in it.
How much?
And they bring out the Sinister Six in this fucking song, and it's the funniest shit you'll ever see in your life. It's so bad. It's so bad
I heard
that
it's
it's
like
hilarious.
the worst musical made. Like,
It's so bad.
what's worse, Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark or Cats?
Well, Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark, like, it depends. Because that song's so bad that it's good.
Yeah.
But Cats is just... What the fuck? They're making a film.
Really?
Like the
oh yeah,
live
that's
action
right. Yeah, that's right. With
directed by
Tom Hooper. Isn't
Tom
it?
Hooper.
Yeah, it's got
And
Ian McKellen in it. It's got
Why?
Taylor.
Why are they all doing
We
it?
really need to do our Cats episode soon.
Oh my
Like-
god.
Back to the people. Brian J gave it 5 stars. He said, one of my favorites, a Total Guy movie. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Definitely the Total Guy movie, if anything. Last review from the people. This review is called Random White Run.
What? Okay.
Yeah. And they wrote 4 stars. Bodybuilder helps Jesse Ventura deforest trees with bullets.
Cool.
Good pitch, man. Good pitch. I
Good
think
pitch.
you should be giving out pitches in future. So
Yeah.
That's
Dude,
that's Predator.
that was a real short sum up.
Holy yeah.
But you know what? Like, I feel like it kind of suits this film. It's
Yeah.
short. It's the shortest
Damn,
one.
this is a short ass episode, Brenton.
Yeah,
We
dude.
just-
It's short and sweet. I
Yeah.
like it. I like that we kind of... But I feel like I said, it suits this film.
it does.
That, like, there's not much
it
to
is,
say.
it is one of the shortest films we've reviewed.
It's
Yeah.
very to the point,
Mm.
and, you know...
Also, there's not that much you can say about it. It's just like guys
Exactly.
hunting in a forest.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing beyond that.
Dude, if, like, you know, it's like one of those childhood fantasy movies. It's just dumb fun.
Dumb fun. Dumb good fun.
Dumb
But tell you what, this makes me definitely want to start predatoring.
I say, I want to be a professional predator.
I love it when Arnold's like, we're not assassins. It's like, you're definitely assassins. Like, don't be above this shit. Like, come on.
You know how people, like, you know, go and get, like plastic surgery, and they're like, you know, there's people that get fucked up shit done, like they
Yeah.
get their teeth sharpened, and they, like, get horns put in their heads. It's
Yeah.
like, I want to be a professional predator. I'd like to get mandibles, please. It's like-
I want the dreads. But you know there's that guy who... you know there's that story of that guy who looks like the Red Skull? Have you seen that?
No.
Like, there's a fan out there who got, like, full-on
Oh,
plastic
no.
surgery to look like the Red Skull.
Oh,
It
no.
looks, like horrific.
Oh,
Like, I
no.
imagine there must be a predator out there. Like, you go to, like, some Comic-Con, like,
I want to look like Two-Face. Where's the acid? Just like...
People do that. Like, they do, like,
Mm.
they don't have acid on their face, but they do get, like, a tattoo of, like, you know, the skin and all that kind of shit. Like, these people exist, man. Dude, there's
Yeah.
like 7 billion humans. Like, we live in a
Dude,
big world.
look, I will always fight for people to do what they want to themselves. But
Oh,
like,
yeah.
And as long as they're not hurting anyone, you know, they can do what they want. But I don't have to agree with it. It's,
yeah, I mean, that's a bit
some
much,
things go
you know?
really
Like,
too far, yeah.
so imagine like you're an accountant and that's like what you look like. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh
You go
man.
to like, you know, I want some really good financial advice, and you go to your accountant, and it's the
It's
fucking
the
Red
Predator.
Skull. Oh my god.
It's got like all the weapons on like the back of the desk. Like, just
Oh my
sitting
god,
there.
yeah, the shoulder cannon just like turns to face you, and you're just like,
He's like got the mask on, but he's wearing a suit. Like,
Oh. Well, hey, that was fun.
that was
I
fun.
had a good time.
Yeah. Thanks for listening. Like,
Dude, yeah, it's been a good time. Yeah.
great time as always.
Oh,
Um,
it's just classic movie banter.
it is.
This
This has been classic movie banter indeed. Like, you want us to watch a film? Let us know. Tweet at us.
Nathan,
Yeah.
does that look right to you? It seems like there's something shimmering kind of in the
Brenton,
air of
don't
it.
move. You've got
What-
3 red dots on your face.
What?
Uh,
What?
oh.
What?
Wait. Arnie? Nathan, get to the chopper. We're in the middle of Sydney. Get to the chopper!